thought I'd jump on here real quick today and kind of give you a rundown of my evaluation of the new vehicle for backcountry explorers. I hope you can hear me. It's kind of windy out here today. So drove by the dealership the other day and noticed that the 23 Gladiators had a heck of a rebate on them. So thought I'd whip in, take a look around. Well, once you add the dealer rebate along with the factory rebate, it ended up being about $15,000 off the retail price. So as you can guess, when you do something like that, I'll show you what happened. So as you can see, we are now in a 23 Gladiator. So just a little rundown of my evaluation of it so far. I've got about 2,300 miles on it so far, and haven't had any issues so far. I did pull the bass boat to Oklahoma, which is about 2.5 hours one way, and it did fine there. It came with both tops, so depending on how we end up building it out, the main purpose of getting it was to kind of turn it into an overland rig. So whether or not I swap to the other top, not really for sure yet or not. Probably going to drive it stock like it is for a while, and then we'll start by swapping out the bumpers and getting a winch on it, and then we'll start building out the bed to feature the battery system, everything to run all the auxiliary stuff, along with any camp things we want to run. So the build will be incoming. Like I said, it's got the V6 motor, pulled fine, didn't have any issues. Of course, it is the Rubicon, so it's got the 410 gears, and yeah, I mean, this is what we're doing. So you can stay tuned to the channel as we start accessorizing it some. We'll have that on here as the build grows, and we'll see what happens with it. So far I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, so we're gonna figure this out, get things built up. I know you're probably hearing all the animals in the background also, because had some stuff going on at home today, so didn't really make it out very far. Went and checked out a couple of little fishing holes that I'm hoping here in the next couple of weeks, if the weather holds true and it don't turn real muddy in the rivers, that we can get out and do a little wade fishing, or get the kayaks out, do a little floating. So we'll have some more fishing videos coming up. As soon as the weather breaks just a little bit, we'll probably head out for the first camp of the year. So we got some exciting stuff coming up. probably have may even have a couple of dive videos coming up. So yeah, so the only thing I'll be curious about with this will be the auxiliary battery issue that a lot of people have had with the Gladiators. So we'll see how that all works out, if we have to bypass the auxiliary battery and do away with that part of it, so that it doesn't leave us stranded somewhere along the way. But I've heard some people that have that issue and some that don't, so we'll play her by ear and we'll run till we see what happens. Start with, I do like the factory wheels that are armed with the little Jeep emblems. So when I upgrade the tires, I'll probably upgrade from the 33s to 35s, but I'll probably stay with the 1150s just so I can still run the same rims, at least for the first go around. The next lift, if we go to 37s, then I will put a lift on the rig itself to get it up some. And of course we're looking at, we'll put a rack on the back, rooftop tent, just so we can get up off the ground. For this year, I've resupplied a lot of my stuff for ground camping, so I do have a new hub tent that we will be trying out when we get a nice day that the wind ain't blowing 100 miles an hour. And got this one, looked between the Gazelle and the Magellan, went ahead and went with Academy and picked up the Magellan, and we're going to run it, see how it is. We'll have a review on it coming up, along with some of the new camping equipment that we've got that will be showing on the channel as we move on into that season pretty heavily. I think we'll be looking at probably a half deck system to put in the bed. For the other half, I'll have a refrigerator and everything mounted in there on the slide, and then ahead of it will be probably two 100 amp batteries with the red arc system to keep everything powered. Having that will help power most of the camp. Right now we use a Jackery 1000 for most power around camp, keep things charged up, and some solar lighting that we have, and you know, the necessities like the phone, cameras, big thing now. Wasn't before, but it is now. If you're new to the channel, you'll probably realize that I haven't been doing this very long, so hopefully everything will get a little smoother and a little fluider as we get used to doing this a little bit more. Not used to being in front of the camera. I like running a camera, just not used to being in front of it. So as we embark on this adventure, I'll keep you guys tagged along, and you'll probably get a few laughs, and we have some times doing this, so it should be exciting. There'll be a lot of stuff coming up on the channel. Yeah, be good, along with some of the fishing and the camping stuff we've got going on. Later this fall, I will start in on an off-grid cabin that I'm going to put on the back side of the property, just to have a place to get away, and a place to kind of get out of the weather during the winter when we want to just still get out and enjoy being outdoors and kind of camping and stuff without the snowstorms and stuff like that being too bad on it. I've got a little spot picked out down in the holler on the back side of the property that I'm going to start clearing off this fall and start building that cabin. And I'm going to try to film it pretty much from start to finish so that you guys can come along on that journey, and we'll see how that all works out. So